Good morning, everybody, guys. Good morning. Now I'm talking about the English coaching first presented by Zappone Massimo. In this first slide, it's important to explain that there are one of the most famous monuments visited over the world called the Big Ben, which is a nickname of the 13-ton bell near to the Houses of Parliament. And you can observe a red touristic bus, red such as the color of London flag. In the second slide, it's important to explain the reasons of why businesses decided to close, and the reason is the following: in protest against Trump's immigration policies. And for example, in this page, it's essential to explain that the asylum, supermarkets, groceries, and also the hairdresser salon managed by Andrea Toro, the titular Andrea Toro, and other several businesses decided to close due to the reclamation of Donald Trump. And in fact, on Monday, in the second consecutive day of Monday, the people decided to arrive in Los Angeles for the second consecutive day, and they flew Mexican flags with the banners "The immigration has built this nation," for example, in order to demonstrate that the immigrants are the symbol of solidarity, the union in the United States of America. And in fact, in this picture, it's important to underline that in the immigrants, they move into the United States of America in order to research better working conditions and better climatic conditions. In the third slide, it's important to explain the promises of Donald Trump during the election 2024 won by Donald Trump against Kamala Harris, because simply the majority of American electors voted to Donald Trump against Kamala Harris in various countries of the United States. And before to explain the promises, it's important to explain the following economic concepts contained also in the glossary. Okay, for example, what's the term inflation? Inflation is the general increase of prices over time in an economy, whereas deflation is a period when general price levels fall, is a decline, therefore. Tariffs is the main form of protectionism, together subsidies, quotas, and product standards adopted by Donald Trump. This measure consists of raising the price of imported goods that become less competitive when compared to local goods. And the tax, for example, if we think at the tax on income based on the tax on earnings, is an amount of money paid to the government that is based on the income of individuals or the cost of goods or services you bought. So the promises of Donald Trump, the 45th president of USA, are the following. For example, Donald Trump predicted that inflation won't increase in 2024. Instead, the Peterson Institute for International Economics, together with Nobel Prize economists, predicted that Trump's policies will raise the consumer prices, for the pronunciation, and will become higher. However, Trump insisted that the tariffs or duties that are synonymous protect American factory jobs from foreign competition. With this protectionism, this measure, this policy, in fact, in his first in addition, concerning the immigration, Donald Trump decided to apply the mass deportation because new immigrants, according to Donald Trump, spend more money on housing, contributing to stall the job to the American citizens. Nonetheless, many economists note that immigrants have an high opportunity to work, spending less money, avoiding a painful recession. Therefore, employers needed the new arrivals. Yeah. To conclude, the Institute of Peterson said that a politicized Fed, that is a bank that tried to increase the tax of interest reducing around 2% the inflation would make another difficult to fight the inflation, and American citizens must pay more. So the first part of English coaching about the economic sector has finished. Okay, has finished. And now I'm talking about the slide number 4. The slide number 4 is important to say that explains the reading certificated B1, and the topic is the sport in the gym. So the visit to the club is free, and everybody has a different training plan to guarantee the best body. Yeah. In the gym you can do psychophysical exercises in order to guarantee better welfare with a private expert instructor, and if you decide to stop your membership you won't pay anything. Finally, it's so easy to access and it never closes. About also the position, in fact the gym is near the center of town and the public transport, and there are more parking, okay, in the gym. In the slide number 5 it's important to explain the TDX conversation, okay, and in this podcast 10 ways to do a better conversation are, for example, the following: don't multitask, use open-ended questions when you ask simply requirement, then you don't pontificate, and therefore when you enter in a speech with the mind that you are coming to learn, you don't teach, you aren't a teacher. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Then in the slide number 6 it's important to say that I've done the listening certificated B1 concerning the difference between the Earth and our planet and Mars, about the color, the position, etc. And the difference has been explained by 2 students during an oral test in science at school in our class, and the students who explain correctly that Mars is colder than Earth, and also the Mars, this planet, is red. Instead, the planet Earth is blue and also is less colder. Then, in addition, it's important to say that about the analogies, the Earth and Mars have more water. In fact, the Earth, for example, is composed by 70% of water. Okay, and the Earth is composed by nitrogen and oxygen. Instead, the Mars has a longer day. Okay, the last slide concerns the offensive language used by callers and organizers, such as ladies and gents, couples or partners, because simply the people who have bad status of relationship is offensive, is forbidden, and therefore in this article Telegraph, it's important to underline the following alternatives to replace ladies and gents in this slide, or man and woman. For example, Larks and Robins, Buns and Bears, and leads and follows. Yeah. Therefore, it's essential to use the politically correct and appropriate language to avoid a misunderstanding with people who are single, for example, in the disco or in the pub, and the guidelines advise participants to be mindful of dance floor context. That's all. Goodbye, teacher, and goodbye, everyone.